Well, good morning, my fellow Zenites. Did you check your pulse and wallet balance this morning with your coffee? So, another tumultuous day in crypto land with contagion from the collapse of FTX continuing. Millions of dollars have supposedly been lost, and the biggest problem is the confidence in crypto for the general public is probably at its lowest level ever. So, we need to go back to basics. We need to try and understand why DeFi, decentralized finance, and crypto was invented in the first place. You see, when we had the financial crisis of 2008, a person under the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto came along and invented Bitcoin. The whole premise of Bitcoin was to have a peer-to-peer system of transferring value that was done in a self-custodial way and was censorship resistant. And that promise still holds good today, although, as we know, Bitcoin as a payment system has died a death due to the fact that the code written over 14 years ago is actually 14 years old and things have progressed on a bit. Waiting 10 minutes for a transaction is hardly ever going to work for a payment system. Nevertheless, let's go forward because Bitcoin was the grandfather of everything that we have available to us today. So the first thing that you need to understand is what is decentralized finance and why should you even be interested or even, why do you care? Well, the thing is this, we're living in a rotten system. We have a corporatocracy in the United States, which is designed to keep the rich rich and the poor poor. But there is a way out. There is an alternative economy that you can join today. The problem is that you need to do some work in order to get yourself into this new economy. You have to do research on number one, what is a cryptocurrency? Number two, you need to think about the self-custody aspect. What that means is that you need to be your own bank. You need to take control of your finances. And in order to do that, you have to do a bit of research of what that actually means. Very simply, what that means is that you have a bank account and you then have the key to that bank account. That's what the self-custody bit is all about. Now, people have been conned by various gurus on YouTube and on Twitter and all sorts of social media about how to go about this and what to actually do. So the first thing is to understand that there is centralized finance in crypto and then there's decentralized finance in crypto. Centralized finance, for example, means an exchange where this is where most people start off. They do some research and they open up a Coinbase account or a Binance account. They used to be able to open an account on FTX, but look what's just happened there. So you need to understand this. Centralized exchanges are middlemen, and DeFi was invented to get rid of middlemen. So yes, you still have to have centralized exchanges in order to exchange your fiat to cryptocurrency. And that really is the only purpose. You should never leave your coins on a centralized exchange. And then the other thing to understand is the difference between centralized and decentralized finance. With decentralized finance, we've cut out the middleman and you interact instead with code. And code is just math. And that means it's immutable. It can never be changed. So whatever the protocol said it was going to do at the very beginning when you interacted with it, it will do forever. So you need to open up an account on a centralized exchange. But you need to understand you do not keep your coins on that exchange. That is not the purpose of cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, all of it mostly is just speculative. So the other thing that you need to understand is in order to actually join the new economy, you have to choose the right protocol. You need something that's going to actually, do what it says on the tin. PZEN is that protocol. It is the ultimate DeFi protocol. Why? Because what it does is PZEN, via code, harnesses the eighth wonder of the world, which is compounding interest. You see, what happens is the code that you choose to interact with. And what I mean by that is you go to a centralized exchange, you buy Ethereum, and then Ethereum is used as the transaction currency to pay for all the transactions on the Ethereum chain. And then you choose to swap into PZEN, which is a coin which is listed on Uniswap and a few other centralized exchanges. And so what happens is when you get PZEN, you need to keep it in your own wallet. This is the self-custody bit. And this is what is a little bit confusing to people. But all it is that nobody else is in control of your money. You are. And you're replacing the rotten banking system. But you have to take some time to do some research and understand what it means. What it does mean is that you hold the keys. Now, the keys are a cryptographic way of proving that you own the coins or the tokens that you say you do. So all tokens don't actually live in your wallet. Your wallet is merely a way of looking into the blockchain because all your tokens are actually on the blockchain. They're recorded on the blockchain. What your wallet does, like MetaMask, is it allows you to see them through their interface, but they're not held within your wallet. They're always on the blockchain. But your wallet is where you keep your keys to unlock and peek in and to sell and to buy your tokens. You have to unlock it with your private key. So it's very important that you understand that a private key is the thing that you are using for self-custody. So the other thing that you need to look into is the security of that private key, because if you lose it or give it away to somebody else, they then have control of your money. So self-custody is very important to understand. You have to do some research about it. But once you understand that there is a way of actually holding your private key on a hardware device, such as a ledger or a Trezor, you are good to go. So for those of you who are not involved in crypto, first of all, it's not easy to get into, but it is the highest appreciating asset class out there. But the bankers, the financial regulators, and the government don't want you to know that it even exists, because this new economy gives the power to the people, which is the exact opposite of what they want. You see, those that control the money control the people, but there is a way out. Just do some research. Find out what cryptocurrency is. Find out what self-custody means. Find out what MetaMask is. Find out what a hardware wallet is. That's all you have to do. But once you've done that, you then can join the new economy. Going back to PZEN, what happens? What makes this such unique? What makes this the real essence of decentralized finance? Nobody's in control except you. You choose to run the code. What I mean by that is you choose to actually get some PZEN tokens. That's what you're doing when you're running the code. You decide to act, you make the decisions, and you take the action. Once you have done that, though, bingo, you are part of the new economy. And here is how PZEN works. For every transaction that happens, every buy or sell, or even a transfer from one wallet to another, attracts a pay it forward deduction. It is the ultimate feel good coin, as well as hopefully growing your wealth into the future. So a 2% deduction that happens automatically via the code. It goes into a pool over here, and then from that pool, it is distributed equitably to all PZEN holders according to the percentage of the total market supply that they own at that particular time. So let's say you own 1 million PZEN. Somebody sells PZEN. Don't know why they would do that, but maybe some may. When they sell, a 2% deduction is made. That 2% goes into the pool, and then because you hold 1 million PZEN, Your 1 million PZEN represents a certain percentage of the total circulating supply, whatever that happens to be on the day, because it changes after every transaction, and you get your percentage proportion of that right into your wallet at that time, at the time of the transaction. And this is very important to understand. Compounding interest is the eighth wonder of the world. It is a fantastic thing to have. But PZEN does it on steroids, because you don't get paid your compounding rewards every year, every month, every week, every day. You get paid rewards after every single transaction. And look, you don't have to do anything. You just hold the PZEN in your wallet. You don't have to lock it up. There is no staking. You don't give it to a third party. You just hold it in your wallet. Okay, and as I say, it's not really in your wallet. It's on the blockchain. The private key that is your wallet allows you to interact with the blockchain. And you will see your PZEN balance grow after every single transaction. So this is where the compounding comes in. Because let's say we have one transaction. You have 1 million PZEN, and then after that transaction, you have 1,200,000 PZEN. That means that your total, your percentage of the supply went up. But not only that, there's more to it, because with every transaction, be it a buy, a sell, or a transfer, there is a burn function. What that means is a certain percentage of the supply is deducted from every transaction and disappears forever. So the supply of PZEN is going to go down and down and down and down and down. And of course, the less of something, if the demand is the same, there is only one result. The price goes up. So not only do we have compounding rewards within this protocol, it's deflationary. The supply is shrinking after every transaction. So on the very next transaction, you hold a larger percentage of the total supply, but that is then compounded because the supply actually shrank, meaning that your percentage actually went up. So in the very, very next transaction that happens, another buy or a sell or a transfer, your reward goes up. And it compounds after every single transaction. There is no other DeFi protocol like it. Look, this is the ultimate decentralized finance product. It is the core and the essence of what this system was designed for. This new economy is designed to put you back in control of your finances. It is a new economy, and it is entirely up to you to go and do the research and take action. What else are you going to do with your money? The dollar in your pocket, the pound in your pocket, is worth 30% less than it was at the beginning of the year. The economy seems to be going over a cliff. We are seeing the first results of this. The first thing that happened was the earnings from all these companies, the projected forward earnings, all were way below what everybody was forecasting. So we've seen a drop in the stock market in lots of sectors in the stock market. Obviously, energy should continue to keep going up because, well, we don't have any anymore. But all the other sectors, it's all down. So the next thing that happens is, because companies aren't making that much money, they stop hiring people. And in fact, lots of companies are now reporting huge cuts to the workforce. We are heading for a major recession in the United States. We're already in recession in the UK, and Europe is a basket case. What that means is that you're going to find it very, very hard to protect your wealth in any other product. You're going to find it impossible to grow your wealth in any other product. So I'm encouraging everybody, do your research. It only takes a little amount of your time to change your life forever. Because once you understand that there is no limit to this new economy, then you can change your financial future forever. You can change your family's financial future forever. And if you don't take action, you could end up like everyone else in the world, in a very, very bad place. as far as your future finances are concerned. I mean, look, those of you with 401ks, those of you with pension plans, those of you with savings plans, they're being decimated. They're going to be decimated going forward. The next 2 years are going to be extremely painful. Yes, we are in for a bear market for another 2 years. It's not ending anytime soon. Crypto bear market, however, might actually disappear quicker because the trillions of dollars that are in traditional finance at the moment need a home. They need to grow to offer returns to their clients. And so, yes, there's going to be more and more regulation about crypto, and some of it is required. But it does mean that when that happens, institutional money will pour into crypto. There's no question about that. Trillions and trillions of dollars. If nothing else happens, your average cryptocurrency is going to go up by 10 to 20% next year, regardless of anything, simply because of the inflow of institutional money. Look, pension funds, for example, are regulated in the United States. They must grow by 7% in order to qualify to be a pension fund in the first place. Where on earth are they going to get 7% return over the next 2 years? It means they have to go into riskier and riskier assets. And when they come to realize that decentralized finance is actually the way forward, we could see a huge surge in all cryptocurrencies. But you might as well get involved in the one that is going to grow the most. Do your own research. Do look at the opportunity that is PZEN. None of this is financial advice because everybody's personal finances are completely different, which is why you need to do your own research. Don't listen to any of these so-called gurus on YouTube. Any one of them that has over 1 million subscribers, I can guarantee you, has shilled a very dodgy people and made people very poor. Just remember that. Also, be very careful about Twitter, because the algorithm in all social media is geared to actually provide you with a very false echo chamber. For example, if you see some adverse comments about PZEN, for example, and you interact with it, just click on it and read it, the algorithm thinks, oh, you think that's interesting, and it begins to show you the exact same content with the exact same sentiment. And very quickly, you build up a picture in your mind which is completely false because you're not getting the information in a fair way. And this is the danger of artificial intelligence. Anyway, that's for another conversation. Well, that was a big rant this morning for my coffee morning rant. Hope you're having a fantastic day. All Zenites know that every morning, regardless of what else is happening in the world, their Pulse Zen wallet balance always goes up. I'm Conrad Zen, former Bitcoin Foundation member, and now evangelist for the ultimate DeFi protocol, which is Pulse Zen. If you want to know more, head over to the website pulsezen.app and join the conversation in Telegram at t.me/PZEN official. Links below. And while I'm pointing down here, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you subscribe to my Twitter. You will be hearing nothing but the truth from our social media. Do your own research, take action, and change your financial future forever. I'll just say a very quick hello to people who have joined me at this ungodly hour in the morning. Beautiful day out here, by the way. Crypto Gobi, we keep growing with PZEN. I think we do indeed. Crypto Freedom says, good morning. PZEN is generational wealth incoming. Absolutely. So for now, my fellow Zenites, thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next broadcast. Stand you are.